what is our relationship with water? Like, why are we drawn to these places and why are we drawn to these bodies of water? And I guess with us being over 70% water ourselves, we are bodies of water as well, and I think that exploring that relationship between humans and water is a sort of core part of this piece. We wanted to explore man-made bodies of water across the district because they kind of represent this edge between where the urban world and the human world meets the more natural environment. And I suppose as Turbynes, that's a real source of inspiration for us creatively, is where you get these edge spaces. So some of these places that we're working in are they're kind of heritage spaces, and some of them are newer, but all of them have a kind of an attraction. People are drawn to these places. So it feels like kind of creatively quite a rich area to explore. We're working in 3 different locations, and they're different in many ways. But I guess one thing which is really clear is that with Chellow and Five Rise, they originally built as industrial architecture that were used in quite a different way than they're used today. Now they're kind of these leisure places, whereas the Mirror Pool is much more modern. It was designed as kind of a leisure space. So part of the works is us exploring that change of use and that change of place. So Channels is an audio-led project, but we wanted to encourage people to listen to the audio in situ, in these spaces, which is kind of inspired the sounds. So as Turbynes, we are interested in the humble public bench. They're these democratic pieces of furniture out in the public realm which invite people to sit down. We decided to install a bench in each place, and to show that those were different sorts of benches from what you might normally see there, we are using a process of printing called cyanotype, which uses kind of light to develop the image. So those 3 benches will be installed in each of the 3 locations, and from there you can scan a QR code and listen to the audio on your headphones and smart device. So the process has been quite varied. We've been visiting the different sites and taking field recordings. We put up posters, like with little tear things with a number saying, have you got a story from this place? We've reached out and interviewed local people, made music. So it's been quite varied how we've approached the different spaces. Yeah, it's been interesting to see what's floated to the top, so to speak. I guess one of the ideas of the project is that you might discover new places. Lots of people might not have been to Chellow, for example, whereas they might know the Mirror Pool really well. There's also an aspect of contemplation and thoughtfulness that I hope that people get from listening to the audio. I feel like there's something about taking a moment to sit down and listen as opposed to watch on a screen or something like that, which I think for us as Turbynes is a really important part of how we work. So yeah, and I guess I hope that people hear other voices and hear other takes on these places that may be familiar to them. If someone visits Bingley Five Rise Locks a lot, they might not know these different voices or these different, I guess, perspectives on that place and the way that people have a different relationship with place. So you need to head out with your headphones and your smart device to scan the QR code. And to actually find those locations, it's on the Bradford 2025 website.